Shh. Do you hear that rumbling? That's not thunder. That's the Hurricane Hole Ray of Sunshine. It's $50 all-inclusive barbecue happening Saturday, July 12th, 193 Vernon Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, from 5 to 10 p.m. 5 hours of straight Category 5 thunderous vibes. Food flowing, drinks flowing, vibes turn all the way up. Musically, shelling the place down. DJ Speedo Meeting.
Yeah, talk to me now.
And DJ Bashi. From old school classics to dancehall beat to soca madness to the tunes that make you wanna bust the wine till sunset. This is not a sit-down event. This is a bring your big energy kind of line. So rally the crew and enter the hole. The Hurricane Hole Ray of Sunshine, July 12th, 193 Vernon Avenue.
On Sunday, July 12th, Watch Radio NYC and Night Blink Events presents Sunblaze, the all-inclusive fest, the ultimate poolside breakfast party. We head down to Platin Mamo in Moshi from 10 a.m. where we explode with vibes. Come dressed in your shades of yellow and orange. Entertainment and performances by Carlton Roberts, Sly and the Logic Band. DJs, we have DJ Coalition, DJ 9, Kevin X, DJ Litchi, and Hollywood HP. All-inclusive tickets cost $225. Ticket outlets: Sophisticates in Rodney Bay, Wings of Love, Sheila's in Rosalie, Mrs. Beauty Lounge in Viewfort. Sunblaze, the ultimate poolside breakfast fair.
So I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. Shana roll she head and start to. So I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. I can't stop.
Love how we party, love how we fet. Pour out the bounty, everything set. Celebrate good friends and more. Let me see, tout moon, farewell. Love how the twin peaks rise to the top. Bounty, treasure, right non-stop. We love the spirit and we all have fun. Love that loose and rum.
Perfectly blended, smooth, the rum of the people. Experience the 6 flavors of bounty rum, the spirit of St. Lucia.
In this life I don't want no stress, yeah. I just wanna have fun. In this life I don't want no stress, yeah. I just wanna have fun. Every cent you spend, there's the ones who counting. That ain't making sense. They can't see when pressure mounting. Now my life is his, and your life is yours. I don't leave us a please, and of this I'm sure. But you don't have to like me. You don't have to like.
Oh, hello, Vils.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Vils. Good afternoon, Vils. Good afternoon. It's nice to see you. I feel like I wanted to be all summered up today. I wanted to be all summered. I'm feeling blue this summer, so I'm like blue bracelets, blue earrings. I'm all summered up this. Oh, blue hair tie. I'm all summered up this afternoon. Hello, people. Hello, people. I see how people are commenting already. Electra St. Catherine. How come you're on the streets yet? I know St. Lucia must be hot all now, so. St. Lucia must be hot all now, so. Oh, she can't talk. She says she had training, but
She's at training. She'll listen later.
Okay. You know, before I even start talking, I think I was listening to a little bit of the St. Lucia vibe music, and I kind of just want to play it a little bit here. So let me just play a little piece again.
I'm not hearing. We're not hearing you.
Now, you know, I was listening to that music, and it's not just the music, it's the video that really has that song hyper. It's people in carnival costume, tapping, bam bam shaking, booty shaking. I'm like them. You know, I think there is a way we can
Oh, you didn't hear me? I thought you heard me. We were not hearing.
You see, the song was so much right in my face. I don't know why they were not hearing it. No. I have to play that song again. So you know what I'm going to do? maybe I'm gonna play it from a different device
Okay.
because I'm like that song was is just going crazy. And again, it's not just the song, as I was saying, it's the way that people are on the street shaking their booty and tapping their phone. You know, this is the very first time I'm seeing the video. So I kind of like was like, you know what? Hmm.
You monster. See that rhythm there? Go back. Take your finger. Show your phone. Tap the screen. Let me see hands alone. Take your finger. Show your phone. Ready? Tap the screen. Let me see hands alone. Tap the screen. Tap the
And I'm not gonna play it too long because you know what I think there is a way like we can I can share my screen. So maybe at some point, maybe even if it's before after a commercial, I'll probably just throw a little piece because I just really like the vibrance of it on the road. So I was like, you know what, I kind of wanted to start Hush Talk with that. But here we are. Hello, 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 Hush Talkers. I see our viewership is not that much tonight. And I see one of our co-hosts is missing. I know she's probably somewhere on the street. She says she has so many activities lined up. Plus, she's celebrating her 20th year marriage anniversary, wedding anniversary, whatever you want to call it. So, like, that's something big, big, big. So she's not going to be first tonight. But Villa, you and I got it, right?
Yes, we do.
Yes. So this afternoon, we really want to share with you some of the things you can do this summer because summer is here. Summer started for some of us since May. And I don't see a lot going around. I'm not sure what is going on in people's heads. They're wondering, what am I doing this summer? Where am I taking the children? Where I'm going with my family? But we also know that for others, money is very, very tight. So I figure if we could come here today and kind of like get ideas from you, the audience, and you can get ideas from us to talk about what are some of the things you can do this summer, it would be like a worthwhile topic, right, Vils?
Yes, it will.
Do you have any plans yet lined up for the summer?
I'm hoping that I can travel this summer.
And you have any ideas where you want to travel?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Hopefully by the weekend I'll decide what I'm doing.
All right. Well, I'm just going to welcome our Hush Talk family. Lock yourself into the Hush Talk hour. Turn up the volume. Drop the windows down if you're driving and coming from work or doing grocery shopping. If you're blasting some music in your car, turn it down a little bit and let's engage with us. And if you're doing nothing except what I was doing in New York City last week, I was in New York City and I was sitting on that porch. It was hot, but I was having some fun. So if you're out there doing something similar, just catching some late afternoon breeze, welcome. So we have officially crossed into summer. It is here. In some places, the heat is hitting the pavement. As I said, I was in New York last week, Brooklyn. There was some moments I couldn't even breathe. So I know Brooklyn and Queens is crazy hot right now. Back in Florida, it's ridiculous outside. I'm looking out in this direction, and the window is all foggy. It's heat. And I know if you're over in St. Lucia, where the sun is blazingly beautiful, if you're somewhere in Newport or Mecool or Castries or
It's actually cloudy today, it has been raining. It's actually
yes.
Yeah, it's very overcast right now.
Well, we got a little bit of rain earlier, but your rain in the Florida rain is come, hit, and gone.
Hit and it's gone, yeah.
Yep, now the sun is back out. So we are going to whatever the weather is, rainy, sunny, hot, a little chilly, breezy, windy, humid. It is summer. It is summer. And during the summer, we should be doing nothing but having fun. But unfortunately, some of us, even if it's summertime, we realize, oh my God, it's July, and then we freeze. We have absolutely no idea what to do for ourselves, what to do for our children, what to do for our friends, our families. And school is out. Some of us are working, but even if we're working, the kids are home. And it's constantly, Mom, I'm bored. Or what are we doing today? What are we doing this weekend? I know when I had my children, they were little, as soon as school closed, Mom, where are we going? So we know that pressure is on parents, and even if you're not a parent, you have friends who want to hang out. You're like, well, I'm working this time. I can't really hang out. What am I supposed to do? So we are going to give you some ideas onto how to take that bored energy, that undecided energy, that broke energy, and change your mindset so you can build some summer magic. So we're talking about even if you have money in your pocket or you have no money at all, what can you do to just make this summer a really, really memorable one? So I don't want to be the only one talking. And you guys know if you guys give me a chance, I'm going to talk you into eternity. So please help me preserve my voice, keep it off. Start typing in the chat. What are your plans this summer?
Well, there are so many things that we could do this summer. For example, we could do a river lime if you're in St. Lucia. It doesn't, like you said, if you have no money, you get some box, you get some green figs, you head to the river, you get some lime, you do some squash, you get some ice, and it's all about diving into the river, even picking some coconuts, eating your dry coconuts while you're in the river, and bringing back, some of the old time fun, just reconnecting with your family, swimming in the river. Some of us in St. Lucia don't even know. Like for me, I don't know when last I went to the Sulphur Springs. Take a trip to the Sulphur Springs. Get to know St. Lucia all over. There are waterfalls in St. Lucia. I'm sure a lot of us don't even know about or we've never visited. So it's not all about, those who can, you can do a staycation, go into a hotel. But if you don't have the money, a backyard barbecue. There's so many things that we can do.
I like that you're really talking about what to do in St. Lucia, because we know we have a lot of people from St. Lucia watching. And I like that you're not just thinking about, okay, let's do this where it costs an arm and a leg. It costs nothing to just say, you don't even have to have a ride. Hike to the river, take a walk, lay down on the banks of the river, put on some swimsuit, eat some mangoes, eat some fruits. Exactly. So I love that you're actually thinking about what people in St. Lucia can do if there is no money. I know there is, again, as I said, a lot of stuff happening in St. Lucia right now. I kind of want to leave the big money part, like the carnival part and other things that we can do after our first break. But I like that you're really looking at what we can do now in St. Lucia, if we don't have too much money and we cannot afford to break a bank. I see Adela. Good evening, Adela. Welcome, Rhonda. Welcome, Jerry Peter. I hate to say Jerry Peter. Welcome, babe. Welcome, Electra. Hello, Joella. She said she's driving from work. So put on that windows. Turn up the music and let's talk to us. What plans do you have this summer? Whether it's for yourself, for you and your boo, for you and your friends, for you and your family. Do you know anything free happening this summer for people who are in St. Lucia, for people who are in New York in the concrete jungle, people who are in Florida watching, people who are in Canada, people who are in the UK, wherever it is you are, if you know of something going on this summer that you can share with people, regardless of who the audience is or the person who's going to be enjoying it, children, adults, couples, put it out there. Tell us.
There are also the summer camps for children, because I remember when my boys were younger and I used to send them to Canada. I remember Edith saying, there's no way these boys are coming to Canada and just sit in a house and watch TV. So they would be in soccer camps, canoeing camps, and she would choose things that they would not normally do in St. Lucia. And then they would be in camps in Canada. Now, we have camps in St. Lucia as well. So if your children are bored, the thing about it now is a lot of the children don't want to do the camps. Because for me, not too far from me, there's a soccer camp. Over 100 children. So for 2 weeks, the children go out there, they play soccer, and parents contribute. So they give them a snack when they're done. At the end, they have this big ceremony where they have awards and all. So there's stuff to do for the children. We just need to find it, and they need to be interested.
Let me ask you, do you have to pay for those camps or are they free?
No, you don't. The one I'm talking about, the football camp, there's no payment. You just have to pay for your shirt. There's a shirt that a football shirt. It's printed. They look for sponsors. You have to pay for your shirt, and they ask the parents to sponsor, like, water, fruit, snacks. So if everybody gives a little thing, there's enough for everybody. And the children eat, they drink, they play for 2 hours, and they go home. The thing about it is that camp it's always in 2 or 3 days, there's no space for children. They started
Oh
small and
wow.
now they're huge.
And it's for
But
both boys and girls.
both boys and girls. They
Okay.
start
Sounds like
from
something.
5 to 14, 5 to 13.
Mm,
Because my son went until last summer. Well, he's 14 now, so he's
mm,
outgrown it. The children his age now, you have to find things for. They are the
mm-hmm.
ones that's on the tablets and the games all day. The younger ones, it's always easier to
Yeah.
find something for the younger ones.
This summer, let's take our children, or let's have them to unplug and connect with the soil. You know, even when I was growing up and I was terrified of lizards, I still find ways to go out and jump on trees. I guess that's why I have so many scars on my legs. I was falling from trees, I was bleeding off cars and vans and whatnot. But you you don't even have to worry about something formal. You say, you know what, let's go on a trail, let's take a walk. You can say, let's hike to, there are so many little waterfalls all over the place. Let me tell you, when I was growing up in St. Lucia, although I did a lot of stuff that was natural, because we didn't have phones, we didn't have tablets, and we definitely didn't have money to do like things that you had to pay for. So we kind of like connected with the earth. As you said, Vilna, we did river line, we went to the beach, we did a whole bunch of stuff. But the thing is that when I grew up and I left St. Lucia and I returned to St. Lucia and I started looking at St. Lucia through the eyes of a tourist, I realized, oh my goodness, there were so many things that I ended up doing, and I ended up learning more about St. Lucia and discovering more of St. Lucia as a returning, national than
Yeah.
I did as a child growing up. I mean, even going up to a place like Pigeon Island, they wanted to charge me, foreigner rate. I'm like, excuse me, Mama, I was trying to get away with it. And they said, the lady, well, yeah, you're from St. Lucia, but you don't leave. I said, I don't leave here. What do you mean I don't leave it? She said, the lady, we know when you don't. You know when you don't leave it. And I didn't like it too much because I figured, you know what, if that's the way to make a little money,
Yes, the
let
way
them
to
make the little money.
money,
But then
yes.
I ended up going, I went on the underground cells, I explored, I just watched it through new eyes, almost through the eyes like a foreigner. It was a beautiful experience. I went on the stones, I took a whole bunch of pictures, just hanging from the trees. And I was a grown woman and I was having fun. So just, securing those kind of experiences for the children. And they have something to write about. When they go back to school, one of the things that you like to ask, how did you spend your summer vacation? Give them stories that they can really write about and share when they go back to school. So I love that idea. I really love the idea of the river line, the beach line, discovering new beaches, discovering new trails, discovering new spots, making friends.
Yes, making friends. Oh, another thing we used to do, I remember, was going up in the country. We only did that during the summer, and we couldn't wait because when you go to the country, you sit there, you watch them. I mean, they wouldn't let me carry the bananas because I'd bruise the bananas, and But you watching your food in a dashing leaf. These were new things that a lot of know that
Mm-hmm.
because these things don't happen anymore. So these are the things that we can try to do again with them. I remember the big black pot on the stones in the country. The food had a different taste.
Yes.
It tastes different.
Girl, I just finished cook some breadfruit, and I know was a TV second people are playing. I just finished cook some breadfruit, and let me tell you, when I cook my breadfruit, I don't want the pan to dry. I want the bottom of the breadfruit to burn. So when I put the water on until I don't smell it burning, I don't turn off the stove because when it burns, it kind of takes me back to when you put the breadfruit on coals and then you start smelling like it just takes me right back to St. Lucia. And when I'm finishing at her stock, now very face wrapping. So just nice little things like that. Even if it's I don't like fried bread. Some people say buy a river, roast it and share it. You make a little rum punch, make a little squash, lime squash. It doesn't have to be anything that costs a lot of money. And if you feel like going up in the country is not my thing, they have mosquitoes, or I don't want to walk, the sun is hot, then guess what? One of the things that brought us joy, well, every time I go back to New York, I'm looking forward to it. We cannot sing for nothing. If we had to sing to save our lives, all of us, my mother's children, we all would be in jail. Let me take it back. Not my mother's children, or the girls especially, because the boys can sing. They're great singers. But for some reason, with our very hoarse, our very heavy voice, we can't sing for nothing. But every time I go to New York, there's a karaoke going on. We having fun. We playing games. We doing stuff. So do a little games night. Do a little karaoke. Do a little just say, family, let's come together. Let's eat and, play a little Chinese keep outside. Find a way to just connect with your friends and family and make summer fun.
Just now, Joella said she's not herring, so I'm wondering if everybody else has the same problem. She says, "Sorry, I'm not herring." That's Joella.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure if it's
Well,
because she's driving or if there's a problem with our audio and nobody else is hearing us.
Well, I think they're hearing because V said these were good times. So I think she's referring to some of the things we were talking about, like growing up in the
About
country.
earlier, right?
Tana said hello, people. Adela, Miriam, good evening, good evening. If there is anybody on here who cannot hear other than Joella, tell us. I'm not sure. Maybe my computer is far from me.
Adela said she's hearing, so maybe it's just Joella. She's driving.
Okay, so maybe what you can do, Joe, is go out and come back in again, or as Vinla said, maybe you hit a dead spot. When you come out of it, maybe you rehearse again. And I cannot put my computer closer to me just in case, because sometimes the phones are funny.
Yes.
So we've been focusing a lot on St. Lucia, and we were about to take our first commercial break. So before we go to the commercial break, Vils, I kind of want to talk about some of the things in New York. And I saw Adela had already shared something. She said summer stage concerts in the park, and I think they are moving the parks. Adela, you're absolutely right. That's one of the things that I talk about for those people in New York. Sometimes you in New York, and there are always things to do in New York, especially in the summer. One of the things I give New York props for is that, they know it's hot, and a lot of families cannot afford air conditioning all day long. So they kind of do a lot of activities out there, and a lot of people don't know about it, so they don't take, take advantage of it. But a lot of those events are free. So as Adela said earlier, they have free concerts and festivals in the park. So you have Summer Stage at Central Park. You have a place called Brick, BRIC, and they celebrate Brooklyn. They're in full swing. And some of the events you have to pay, you pay for a ticket, but a lot of those events are free for Brick. The Summer Stage, most of them, if not all of them, are free. Sometimes they have the concert held in Prospect Park. They have concerts held by the Brooklyn Museum on Eastern Parkway and Classen. And sometimes you could just, even if there's nothing, you can go down to the park, and there's Prospect Park, and there are, other places you could just spread out a blanket with your friends, bring a little cooler, you can have your little beer in there, a little water, a little juice, and then you have a little speaker, you hold your speaker in your hands, and next thing you know, the kids, you don't have to worry about them. You have to keep your eye on them because you never know who is looking around, so you want to make sure they don't get out of your sight, but you let them go run around, go crazy, so they're running in their house feeling hot and making noise. You have your peace of mind. You can enjoy a phone call. So definitely, if you're in New York City, check out those free concerts. Just type in Summer Stage. You know what? I'm going to put two of it in the chat for you so that you can at least look it up. Once you look it up online, you will get all of the information there, and you can definitely take advantage of those opportunities. There was another one I wanted to talk about. Guys, movies under the stars. If you have money and you can afford a little bit of money, every Tuesday and every Wednesday, movies are half off at AMC. So you pay like $6 or $7 for an adult ticket or a senior ticket, and even less for a child ticket. Movies are half off. So you can go, instead of going on a Friday night when you're going to pay $14 or $19 or $16 for an AMC ticket, depending on where you are, you just decide to go on a Tuesday or Wednesday instead. And if you're in school or in college, or if you're a teacher, then you have those opportunities where you can just download. Let me put that in the chat again. It's called Unidays, UNIDAYS, and it works for you if you're in the United States. You type in Unidays and you get those things half off. You can go to certain restaurants, you get it half off. You go do some shopping in certain stores, including Victoria's Secret, even Shein, you get half off and certain percentages off just because you're a student or you're a teacher in the United States. You can get those discounts. So don't be scared to take advantage of those opportunities. If you feel like you still don't have $6 or $7 to go to the movies because you maybe have a household of 8 people, and 8 6 is a 48, so it's still a hefty amount. Plus, you have to worry about snacks or popcorn. How about doing some movie under the stars? You grab a bed sheet, you grab a few folding chairs, and you head down to Bryant Park or Brooklyn Bridge Park or even Astoria Park in Queens. And you will see that there are free outdoor movies nights all summer long. You just bring your own, you can make some home fried plantains, you do some snacks, the kids are running up on the grass, the screen is up, and guess what? You don't even have to listen to a movie if you don't want to listen to it. You could use it as an opportunity to just catch up with a friend, just chill, just relax, throw your head back, and then just be stress free. So that's definitely something you can do in the concrete jungle if you're not in St. Lucia this beautiful 2026 summer. Okay? So, with that said, we are going to take our first. When we come back, we're going to talk some more about St. Lucia and Carnival and what's happening in St. Lucia now. Not just St. Lucia, but all over the Caribbean have Carnival this summer. But we're going to focus more on St. Lucia and encourage you, if your pockets are not so light, take a trip. Go down to St. Lucia and take a trip. Hold on. We're going to be right back. Let's get some messages from our sponsors.
On Sunday, July 12th, Watch Radio NYC and Night Blink Events presents Sunblaze, the all-inclusive fest, the ultimate poolside breakfast party. We head down to Platin Mama in Moshi from 10 a.m. where we explode with vibes. Come dressed in your shades of yellow and orange. Entertainment and performances by Carlton Roberts, Sly and the Logic Band. DJs, we have DJ Collision, DJ 9, Kevin X, DJ Litchi, and Hollywood HP. All-inclusive tickets cost $225. Ticket outlets: Sophisticates in Rodney Bay, Wings of Love, Sheila's in Rosalie, Mrs. Beauty Lounge in Viewfort, Sunblaze, the ultimate poolside breakfast fest.
So I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. Shana run she head and start to. So I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. I can't stop.
Love how we party, love how we fet. Pour out the bounty, everything set. Celebrate good friends and more. Let me see, tout moon, fair war. Love how the twin peaks rise to the top. Bounty, treasure, right non-stop. We love the spirit and we all have fun. Love that loose and rum.
Perfectly blended,
The spirit of St. Lucia.
smooth,
The spirit of St. Lucia.
the rum of the
The
people.
spirit of St. Lucia.
Experience the 6 flavors of Bounty Rum, the spirit of St. Lucia.
In this life I don't want no stress. Yeah, I just wanna have fun. In this life I don't want no stress. Yeah, I just wanna have fun. Every cent you spend, there's the ones who counting. That ain't making sense. They can't see when pressure mounting. Now my life is his, and your life is yours. I don't live as I please, and of this I'm sure. But you know I'm too like me. You don't have to like.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I see we had some new names in the chat. I have never seen that name before, so I kind of want to just shout her out. I think I saw Rufina Faswa. Welcome, Rufina, welcome. And I also see Miriam Samrodia. So, welcome to our program. I hope you join us each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. because we talk the talk that everybody else is afraid to speak about. And we also talk about talks like that, like what to do in the summer so that we can have maximum fun. So, again, if you're in St. Lucia and you know what's going on in St. Lucia right now, it's Carnival season.
Yes, it
It's Carnival
is.
season. So, I think we had, when did we have King and Queen of the Bandsville now?
That I'm not sure, but
Was it
I
on
know we
Monday, I
had.
think?
But we had well,
Sunday.
Carnival is 21st and 22nd. I mean the
Mhm.
2 okay. But last weekend we had Queen Show.
Mhm.
We made history. We've never had 2 queens before.
Oh, wait. I'm saying King and Queen of the Bands. King and Queen of the Bands is not the Queen Show.
No,
King and
King
Queen
and
of the Bands, I think it's
the
after the
costume.
carnival or something. I don't know.
No,
So it's the Queen Show I'm
I
talking
think
about where we had
sometime,
two
yeah,
queens.
the Queen Show. We had 2 queens. That has never happened before.
Mhm.
And people have a lot to say. I am one of those who feel you could have gotten a 0.5 somewhere to make one person the queen. Some people might not agree and say, why not 2?
Mhm.
I don't see the need for 2 queens. I think they could have, if when you, to me, when you're having a show or you having something like that, you need to have a nice something in case you need to have a tiebreaker.
Right.
So they should have had some, in case this happens, this is the tiebreaker. I believe it should
Okay.
have been one, but it is what it is. We accept it and move on. But the Queen show was, I mean, it was nice. I watched most of it and then I fell asleep, but it was nice.
So it was on Sunday night.
It was on Saturday night.
Oh, well, you see, Saturday night, it was 4th of July. I was in the barbecue somewhere, having fun,
Yes,
doing all kinds of.
it
Oh,
was
it was
Saturday
amazing. It was
night.
amazing.
Yes.
So I missed it. But I heard about the two queens phenomenon, I'm going to call it. I heard about that and I was like, you know what? I kind of was okay with the two queens because I thought of maybe, just like you said, in a situation like that, if there are two, maybe they could say, okay, well, we have some random questions, you drop in the bag and you just pick, and then whoever does it the best, we do the tiebreaker. But what they were telling me is that they have special ways of grading, and when you're done, you get your point. So nobody really knows. Oh, well,
Yes,
this
because they had like a number of judges, and you had certain judges for one aspect of the show. So you were judging evening wear and maybe the way they were walking, and somebody else was judging talent and questions. So there were 3 segments. So the judges were split in 3 segments. So
I think I like that because it kind of minimizes the bias. Sometimes you have judges and they say, "Oh, I really like that guy," and then the fact just because you did a really good swimsuit section, they are giving you some more. So I like that it kind of like minimizes the bias, and then different people are doing it, and you have different sections. So at the end of the night, you just present.
you just tally your points.
So,
Yes.
So
And the thing too is you have the judges were in there like your specialty. So whatever you're specializing in, so it's
that's what
it was more accurate. It was
Yeah, I think it's good. The only thing I said, well, now that we have two queens, we now know in the future there is a possibility for that to happen, so we can put like a protocol in place for us to just wing it. In the spur of the moment, it may be unfair to the person who's like, wait, I did just as good as you, especially when there are such hefty prizes to kind of like get, then you get the money, you get a scholarship, and what am I supposed to get? So I like that they both were honored with the prizes that were promised, and now they just know in the future, if we have two queens or 3 people who are tied, this is the protocol. This is what's going to happen, so that we can break the tie break and choose one queen. But I think it was okay because now you know what, St. Lucia is a beautiful place. We have so many amazing queens down here. So
yes. It's like you said, it's a good thing. 2 people getting. Well, I'm not sure. I doubt. I'm not sure if they're splitting the price. I hope they're not.
No, they're not. They're not because there was some kind of controversy.
You cannot split the scholarship. You cannot split the cruise.
Yeah. So it was confirmed that they both would get
the very same thing.
They pay enough money for that. They both can get to the $25,000 each. They both are going to get the scholarship. And I think there was something else, a cruise or something.
There was a cruise for 2, yes.
Yeah. The only the only wonder now is when St. Lucia has to go up against other countries.
Which one do you
How
choose?
are we going to decide who is going to do it? So maybe they'll have to look at all of the commitments.
Because
and
now
then
we have
maybe one
we
represents, but the other one is present, and in the other one I represent and you're present. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we get the rest of the world. I don't know.
Yes.
But
we have
the Queen show happened, and that was a thing. And I know Tamara was not able to be here because she herself is a carnival person. But she sent me a whole list of stuff that's happening in St. Lucia. If your pockets can afford to handle a little bit more expense, you already know the first one that's happening because you saw our sponsors. And Watch Radio NYC on July 12th is having the brunch of the season. That's this Sunday.
That's
this Sunday. So if you definitely have a little bit more money to spend, you can definitely, check that event out. But then Tamara sent me a list of things, and I see the next thing coming up on the 11th. There is something called Water Wars.
Oh, that's a big event. Yes.
So wait, is that one event or is it free? Because we have Water Wars, there is Fetland, and there is Disaster. I don't know if that makes Disaster. Disaster. DZASSTA. so much for phonetical
The water was
disorder.
is a big thing. It's not free, but that
Mm.
means you, as long as you go there, you, well, I've been ages ago. As long as you go, you're gonna get wet.
Mm-hmm.
So they give you like the guns with the water. So you spray in water, you splash in water. There's a pool. There's mad music, drinks. It's a really really nice experience for somebody who likes a really nice wet party.
That looked like something my husband and I would really enjoy. Why am I not in St. Lucia? I'm gonna get something similar, I'm sure. And then of course on the 12th we have Watch Radio NYC. What's the name of the brunch again? Sunblaze brunch.
Sunblaze
Watch
brunch.
Radio NYC Sunblaze. There is a Bacchanal brunch. I don't know what that's about. There is something called Wow. There is Soca in Colors, and there is Bacchanal Beach. So there is Bacchanal with 2 C's brunch, and there is Bacchanal with 2K's beach. So there is so much Bacchanal, you cannot say there is nothing for me to go to.
And a lot of the bands have their own events as well. Some of the bands have their own parties. They have their own exclusive parties and stuff for their band members.
Yeah.
And I know normally around this time, it's around Carnival, you have Color Me Red and all of these activities coming up.
Okay. I see there is Duive. I heard about Duive already, but Duive has so much stuff. On the 14th, there's a Duive bikini cruise, and there's something called Transcend. On the 15th, there is a cooler on deck, and some of them are in yellow. So I'm not sure that what the differentiation is between why the yellow events and the white events, but some are in yellow and some are in white. So there's the color on deck. I don't see any key here. There's the color on deck, and cooler on deck. There is a hello party, I guess. Hello, I don't know. There is Privé Day pool party. On the 16th, there is something called Bliss. I know that Bliss event. I have seen, clips of it from last year. There is something called Speed. There is a Duive branch. There is Crave. There is Escape. There is Jet Lag. Oh my goodness, there is so much. There's no shortage of it.
During Carnival, there's a lot.
On the 17th, there is BAD. There is Duive Beach. There is Job. Color Me Red, what you got earlier.
Yes.
So that's on the 17th. And there is the Saka Fete. On the 18th, there is Mess, Sokti, Bloco, Remedy, Soca Wrap Up, Chalet Blanc, Fire Fete. Oh my goodness, Bacchanal Beach again. On the 19th, there is Indulgence, Sun Up, Red Branch, Sava, Brazen, Rum Bucket, Shaw's, Foreign Invasion, and Take Jam 758. On the 22nd, there is Bend. On the 24th, there is the Party and Fantasia. So, just hearing all those events,
yes,
it screams money. So, Pailaja, Pa Ali. But if you're able to afford it, go.
Leona is asking, what do they have in August?
What do they have in August? Let me tell you something. You better not look at August and sit down. I don't want nobody going to tell me, Miss Fortuna, you're giving trouble on the road. So unfortunately, blame Tamara. Tamara said nothing for August. So I'm not sure what's going on in August. There was something though I was about to say before Leona asked about the August thing. I forgot. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. I don't remember. Oh, I was saying. Oh, I remember. If you have some money to spare, St. Lucia is the place to be this carnival season. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't have money right now, and those things seem very, very catching, but you have a job, apply for a credit card. Rack up those miles. Travel. One life to live deliberately. Apply for a credit card. Buy the JetBlue vacation. Buy the fit. Enjoy your life. And worst case scenario, if you die, you don't even have to pay the credit card back. Go.
Life is fleeting. Look, Camila answered Leona. She said Miku Carnival is August 2nd.
Oh, she will not be there for Miku Carnival. I'm glad you can't be there and I'm not there.
Miku Carnival, is August 2nd. And we have a few other comments. Joella said, St. Lucians have lots of money. Camila was saying good night. She's in the house tonight. Joella said, I don't like the idea of the 2 queens. Viana said,
hey, we have a lot of comments there,
Yes, we have a lot. Just now, my mouse is doing nonsense.
Joella said, We have lightning and thunder out here. Hello, 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 you and Bryce. We didn't continue reverse, but hey, who cares? It's our show. We can do what we want. um, um, and Joella was able to get back onto that's good. He
Yes.
said there is nothing in the bylaws for this, but after this, they should. I don't like the two queens business. So we have V liking the two queens business. We have V not liking the two
Like in the
queens
two
business.
queens business.
Wait, Joella like it or she didn't like it?
No, Joella didn't like it either.
Joella
She
didn't
said
like
she
it
doesn't
either.
like the two queens business. Yeah.
Good.
I think
Hey,
so.
Kamala Bryce, good night, good night, good night. Send a Peter up for us. Send two, one for me, one for Bills. Let's drink some cold Peter. It's nice to see you on there, Kamala Bryce.
I hope when I finish, then I go and check my till from her. She has, huh?
Listen, Joella said they have lightning and thunder up where she is. And as soon as she said that, I just heard a big, massive thunder outside my door. But I'm going to think of it as African drums beating. It's not spoiling my show tonight. We fetting this summer. That's what I said. Fiona Bryce said that she's canceling her trip. Miku Naval. Miku.
Carnival, she wanted to see. Yeah.
August 2nd. Hi, Yazzie. Hi, Yazzie. Auntie's in the house. She said, hello, ladies. Well, SNNDC is hosting a free summer workshop for St. Lucians in Brooklyn. Thank you, Yaz, for putting your information out there. Put the date, the time, the venue. Let us know where it's happening so that people who are in Brooklyn, they can take advantage of that free and I'm very sure exciting event. So go ahead, put the information in the chat first. Guys, that's why we're here. If you know anything, put it in the chat. Let people know. Even if it's free, even if it's paid for, let us know. Those who have money, we'll go to the ones that's paid for. Those who don't have money, we'll fleece. Okay?
Camilla answered you. She said she's taking a break from alcohol.
Well, I'll be damned. If that's true, said Lucia, Carnival is cancelled. That can never be true.
And we have one other comment from Jaffa Jones. Guys, this is why I love my country, St. Lucia. We don't have that in New York.
What do we have in New York, Jaffa Jones? Is it a Carnival thing?
I guess.
And I agree. Even with Labor Day, even if Labor Day going on and we have, can go on and watch the bands pass and do something like that, we don't have as much of the flair as we have in St. Lucia. So it's a beautiful time. If you have the money, head on down there. My favorite event I've heard so far is the Water Wars because there's nothing I love more than a bathing suit. I personally believe I could be in the middle of winter. If I am going away and I don't pack a bathing suit, I have not packed my suitcase because I must find a pool somewhere. I love, love, love being a bathing suit. I love it. I love it. So.
And Joella says Labrie has Carnival on the 1st of August. Because we also have the community carnival as well. The community.
Oh, so different communities have different carnivals.
It's just like when we have jazz, we have the community jazz, we have the community carnival as well.
So I'm kind of advocating for you though. So what's there past from August 6th onwards? What's there from August 6th? There is nothing after August. I know you Labrie Carnival August 1st. Miku Carnival August 2nd.
Because most of them try to stay as close as possible to the main event. And the main event is the 21st and the 22nd.
Speaking of water, one of the things I didn't share is that if you're in Brooklyn, New York, and it's so hot, there are very community pools that are open from a certain time to a certain time. I think like from 10 to 6 or something like that. It is free. You go in it just a padlock because you need to put all your stuff in a locker. They will not let you in unless you have a padlock. If you don't have a padlock, go to any Dollar Tree. You can get a padlock for $125. Get a padlock. You put your things in. You do not have to pay for the lockers. You go to the pools. Take the kids. They have a lot of fun. There's one in Red Hook. There's one in Brownsville. There's one I don't remember all the places, but if you're here, and I know you're always taking the kids to the pool, put the information here about where the people can get the pools so they could go on and enjoy the city pools for free. There is also a Staten Island ferry, and there is a free harbor cruise that you can take on the Staten Island ferry. You can sometimes you have to pay, but there are free ones, free trips during the summer. You can go to Governor's Island, and it actually feel like you're going on a vacation summer because you're on that water cruising. You go there, you have a day picnic, and then you get a free trip back, and all of a sudden it feels like you have escaped, you have gone somewhere. Guess what? Because you're no longer in your zip code. So please, please, please take advantage of those free activities and let your children feel like they're actually doing something this summer. So I'm not sure if anybody else has anything that they know about that you can share. Once you know something, put it in the chat. If you have information about anything, again, as I said, whether it's free or paid, put it in the chat. Okay? So with that said, when we come back, we'll see if there are anything new in the chat. We're going to take our
second.
How many commercial breaks have we had? Only one or two?
Yes, one.
Okay, why do you feel like we've had two? We're going to take our second commercial break, and then we're going to come right back to giving you some more information about how you can make this summer extremely, extremely memorable. See you soon.
In this life, I don't want no stress. Yeah, I just want to have fun. In this life, I don't want no stress. Yeah, I just want to have fun. Every cent you spend, there's the ones who counting. That ain't making sense. They can't see when pressure mounting. Now my life is his, and your life is yours. I don't leave us a please. I know this, I'm sure. But you don't have to like me. You don't have to like.
Love how we party, love how we fet. Pour out the bounty, everything set. Celebrate good friends and more. Let me see, tout moon, farewell. Love how the twin peaks rise to the top. Bounty, treasure, right non-stop. We love with spirit and we all have fun. Love that loose and rum.
Perfectly blended, smooth, the rum of the people. Experience the 6 flavors of Bounty Rum, the spirit of St. Lucia.
Shh. Do you hear that rumbling? That's not thunder. That's the hurricane hole. Ray of sunshine. It's $50 all-inclusive barbecue happening Saturday, July 12th, 193 Vernon Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, from 5 to 10 p.m. 5 hours of straight Category 5 thunderous vibes. Food flowing, drinks flowing, vibes turn all the way up. Musically, shelling the place down. DJ Speedo Meeting.
Yeah, talk to me now.
And DJ Bashi. From old school classics to dancehall heat to soca madness to the tunes that make you wanna bust a wine till sunset. This is not a sit-down event. This is a bring your big energy kind of line. So rally the crew and enter the hole. The Hurricane Hole, Ray of Sunshine, July 12th, 193 Vernon Avenue.
On Sunday, July 12th, Watch Radio NYC and Night Blink Events presents Sunblaze, the all-inclusive fest, the ultimate poolside breakfast party. We head down to Platin Mama in Moshi from 10 a.m. where we explode with vibes. Come dressed in your shades of yellow and orange. Entertainment and performances by Carlton Roberts, Sly and the Logic Band. DJs, we have DJ Collision, DJ 9, Kevin X, DJ Litchi, and Hollywood HP. All-inclusive tickets cost $225. Ticket outlets: Sophisticates in Rodney, Wings of Love, Chila's in Rosalie, Mrs. Beauty Lounge in Viewfort. Sunblaze, the ultimate poolside breakfast fest.
So I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. Shana run she head and start to so I put it, I chop it, I put it, I chop it. I can't stop.
Okay, I think we have one comment in the chat, and it's from Yasmin giving a whole bunch of information about the summer workshop. So, Vils, can you share it for us, please?
She said
I
summer
pinned it already.
Yeah, oops, just now something. Okay. Summer workshop for children 8 to 12, a true St. Lucian
8
experience.
to 17. Sorry, I can see that part.
8 to 7, I said 12. 8 to 17, a true St. Lucian experience for the kids. There will be drumming, cultural dancing, cooking, sewing, crocheting, photography, and last but not least, our cultural icon, Travis Weeks.
Travis Weeks! Wait. What is that?
Summer workshop, did she give a date? August 3rd to 14th.
Yes.
So drama, improvisations, where the kids will learn and perform a skit It runs from August 3rd to the 14th, Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dinner, snacks, refreshments will be served. That's an evening downtime for parents.
So wow, so I like that. I'm gonna leave that pin there a little bit so people who are reading on their own could read again. So you're telling me this is an 11-day thing, maybe even more, because I'm just subtracting 3 from 14. From the 3rd to the 14th, that's
But
15 days.
yeah, no, Monday to Friday, she said. The
Oh,
Saturday
Monday to Friday.
weekends are not
Okay. So
included.
that
Yeah,
okay, so that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks,
yeah.
Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that's another magic because when you say, you know what, go to that workshop, let your go for 3 hours, and then you have 3 hours of sanity. Maybe you could have a glass of wine. Maybe you could just watch a
3 hours
series.
of bliss.
Yes.
You could watch a movie uninterrupted.
And the best part is that it's free, and you can send them as young as 8 and as old as 17. Get out of the house, move. Give me give me a chance in my life. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. 2 weeks Monday to Friday. Guys, I love Travis Weeks. He was I did an elective at Safa Louis Community College. Travis Weeks, I forget his father's name, but if you guys remember, scratch and match, you can buy a ticket and scratch. And if you win some money, you can lose some money. You did that commercial or whatever. I love Travis Weeks. I should be in Brooklyn. I should be in New York up until August 4th, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch him. So, yes, if I don't catch him, please tell him Yolanda Bryce. That's how he knows me. Please tell him Yolanda Bryce says hello. I appreciate it. So he was one of my favorite professors at SALCC. So, guys, if you know all those things we have told you about the concrete jungle, where to go get the free shows, where to get the free events, where to get the discounted or half off certain things is not your thing, and you're not in St. Lucia, and even if you are in St. Lucia, but you cannot afford the money in St. Lucia, it's not your thing. Guess what? No matter what part of the world you are in any part of the Caribbean, in any part of the country, in any part of the world you are in, there are certain things you can do. And I have 3 ideas for you. So you can turn your backyard, and if you don't have a backyard, you can turn your living room in a camp out, like create some kind of camp out activity if you have children for your children. If you have a yard, you pitch a tent. You don't have a yard, you put it in the living room. There is a tent. Trust me, the kids are going to be so happy crawling under those sheets and pretending they're out there camping. Okay, drag a little mattress or an airbed into your living room, build a massive fort out of sheets, turn out every light in the house, use flashlights, tell old school stories, tell scary stories, ghost stories, make them scare a little bit, make some hot chocolate, even if it's summertime, make some hot chocolate. And if you don't make hot chocolate, make some lime squash.
Yes.
And just have them to disconnect from the screen. Then they just spend some family time. You have gone nowhere. There is no train ride. There is no bus fare. There is nothing. Right there in your living room, you're creating an experience your kids are most likely not going to forget. So that's definitely an idea. And I have done something similar with my children when they were little. So it definitely is something that's gonna work. I had another idea. The heritage kitchen. So you could say, you know what? Saturday is heritage night. So you tell the kids you're going to teach them how to cook something traditional. Maybe dumpling and cocoa tea, maybe banana and saltfish or something that they don't know how to cook, and let them get their hands messy. Make a cake, make some floats, make things that kids like to just get hands in. Yeah. What were you saying, Vils?
No, I said bake, rose bakes, coconut cake, anything.
Yeah. Or show them how to clean a fish. Make them get their hands dirty. The kitchen will be smelly, it will be messy. And afterwards, you guys all clean it together. And then if they make something, eat it. When they turn their head, spit it out. But eat it. Oh my goodness, that's so good. And take that remote from me, please. Spit it out. But make them feel good that you're actually indulging. And while you're cooking, put on some music, dance, and do whatever. Maybe it could be like we're baking in pajamas today, or we're baking using costumes. Put on old Halloween costumes. Just make it happen.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you. Go ahead, Vils.
No, I said be creative.
Yeah, because I'll tell you something. Your kids will not remember, oh, my mother had spent like $5,000, but they will remember the fun you had. I remember one time I was in the kitchen with my mom, and we just all dressed like we were cats, and we did this They will not remember how much money you spend. They will not, they won't care if it's expensive or not, but they will definitely remember the way they felt doing that activity with you. And you might be surprised and say, this was the best summer of my life. Okay? The experience, giving the kids the experience is something that nobody can take away from them. I see Yaz put something that says to register. That's for the camp she was talking about.
Yes, to register.
Send an email to slndc2019@gmail.com. Guys, again, that email is slndc2019@gmail.com. So you cannot just say, oh, let me just send my child here today. You kind of have to plan. You kind of have to know how many kids there. You could buy supplies or do whatever. So if you're interested in taking advantage of those 2 weeks of free cultural, developmental, fun activity, register your child using the email screen, slndc2019@gmail.com. So, yeah. There was another idea, the tourist swap. They're saying switch neighbors with a friend. If you live in, like, say you live in a place like Brooklyn and you have a friend living in, say, Washington Heights, just tell them, you know what, come to my house for a day, I go to your house for a day. But you have to be close friends and just kind of like afterwards just talk about, like a day in the life of a Brooklynite. Now you could do that in St. Lucia. You live in Castries, take a trip and spend a day in Canneries
in
or
Canneries.
Choiseul and
Yes.
live a day in Castries, and let's just see how it's like to like
Experience
a day in the
yourself.
life of your friend and look at it with fresh eyes and say, oh wow, I cannot believe that I could just step outside and I could go to a store. I cannot believe I was able to just about pick a mango and eat from the tree. So you kind of like just exchange experiences for a day and see what it's like. Just whatever you do, just break the monotony of living the same day, day in, day out, no matter what the season is, winter, summer, fall, every day you're doing the same thing. Break the monotony, okay? Don't let the days bleed into each other while everyone just staring at their phone and just there's a way. Oh, I learned a new term this week. Somebody said doom scrolling. Was it doom scrolling?
What's that?
They said, oh, kids are now just, babe, I think it was oh, Jay's sleeping. I think it was doom scrolling. And I said, what's that? Where you just take your phone and for like at least 3 hours or more, you just
Just
scrolling on
scrolling.
either Facebook or Instagram, and I'm like, do without putting the phone down. That's what our kids are now. Let's break them
Yes.
away from that. Let's vary their experiences. I think it's a beautiful idea. So, do we have anything else from our audience on things they want to share? I am really impressed with my audience. For the first time, without me prompting, I see 7 emojis. That's beautiful. So if we can have 7 more, I would love that even more. So guys, come on, add some more emojis. Let us know that what we're doing, you're loving it, it's worthwhile, it's valuable. So we can keep doing what it is that we're doing, with you and for you. Um, as we wind down the Hush Talk hour, I do want to let you guys know. No. That we don't have a topic yet. We have a lot of topics, but we have not decided what we're doing next week. So I'm going to put a poll in the hashtag channel, and I'm going to try if I can put it on this live. So people can really tell us what it is they want to hear more of. We have a lot of topics, but those topics are special to us. We don't know how special they are to you. So if you can tell us what topics you prefer to deliberate on, what you prefer to talk about, what topics make you happy, make you laugh, what topics pull emotions out of you, then we can have more engaging hashtags in the future. So I really want to hear what it is that you're interested in. So when you see that poll, please please take it. Bye, Joella. It was really nice having you on today and every Wednesday as usual. Thank you so much for showing up and enjoy your service. So, guys, if you are in anywhere in New York, look out. There are block parties all over the city all summer, whether you're in Harlem or you're in Brooklyn or you're in Manhattan. Do not forget the beach lime Vilna told you about, the river limes. If you have in somewhere in New York, they have pop-up markets in Queens. There are African markets in Brooklyn. There are like little pop-up shops all over the city in Manhattan. I want you guys to keep the ideas going. Even if you forgot an idea or you didn't know something and you know it after, come back to this live and in the comments, drop something that somebody might be able to come across. Even if you don't put it now, there is always the chance that somebody can, pop over it later. So it's not a lost idea. Anything that you know of, please, please, please let us know. Share it on our live. Let people know so that they can make their summer interesting. If there are things that you heard us talk about or share and you're interested, take a screenshot of the chat, share it with your friends, connect with people. Let's make sure that no child, no friend, no family member, nobody feels isolated about this season. So whether you're in New York, you're jumping up in a band, it can't even in St. Lucia, you're going to crop over in Barbados. I don't know if crop over has already passed. Whether you're going to Grenada Carnival sometime later this year, or you're going to any carnival, I'm going to be jumping on the streets in Brazil. So no matter where you are this summer, make sure you're having fun. And even if you're not jumping up and you're just sitting quietly outside on the porch or on the balcony, claim your joy this summer. Make your own magic. It belongs to you. So I want you to thank you for spending this hour with me, spending this hour with Vilna. I want you
Yeah.
to take care of yourself. I want you to look out for your neighbors. And I want you to make this summer one for the books. Vils, any last words for our audience?
Whatever you do this summer, make it magical, make it joyful, make it you, and just take a break from the screens.
And you know what? You can even do something further. If there is something you really, really enjoy doing, you take a nice picture, come back under this live and upload the picture and be like, hey, look at me. I'm summering. Okay? And inspire us to have as much fun as you did this summer. You are very welcome, guys. Thank you, Adela. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Joella. Thank you, all of you who came up. Gail, Leona. Yes, thank you so much for the information. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jaffa Jones. Jaffa is in love with St. Lucia. Like, that's why I love my country, St. Lucia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Elex, even if you had to dip out quickly. Thank you, V. Thank you to all those who are on there. Thank you, babe. And thank you so much, Vils. Really, really enjoy today and really, really enjoy the summer. Until next Wednesday, this is Health Talk, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.